Hey, everybody. How are you doing today? We are so excited that you are here with us. Thank you. Thank you for being here again. We are so excited for you to be here. Yes, yes, yes. Welcome again to another week of Kingdom Builders Business University. We are a business school that teaches the elite entrepreneur how to be empowered with excellence. And that's what we do here every single Wednesday from 9:30 until 10 or a little bit after, depending on what the topic is about. And we might get into it. We might get to rolling. But anywho, I am the founder, Michelle Green, and we are here to help you with business tips and strategies so that you can excel in your business. Now, if you are a business owner or if you know somebody who is a business owner, I want you to stop right now and go and tell that person to get online so that they can listen in on what we are about to talk about tonight. That's right. We want to make sure that you are all locked in, you yourself and everybody that you know that is a business owner, been thinking about becoming a business owner, has been in business for umpteen years. I myself, I've been in business for over 30 years. That's 3 decades. So you know that I'm going to bring you the sauce. I'm going to bring you that secret sauce, that thing that maybe nobody else has told you, that thing that maybe nobody else has been talking about as it relates to business. Listen, I want you to know that if you haven't seen us before, but now you're seeing us for the first time, it is because we are powered by CTR Media Network. That's right. This is a network platform of podcasters and TV show hosts. And what they do is they help you to expand your ability to reach people all across the world. How do I know that? Because when we were starting out back in the day and we were just new to social media, trying to get ourselves out there, I'm trying to tell you that we were not able to be seen by as many people that we are seen by now. But on that CTR Media Network, listen, they have over 140 countries that they stream their broadcasts to. That's right. They are on Apple TV, Roku TV, Amazon, Droid. They are pretty much everywhere, including their own app. CTR Media has their own app where you can watch the TV shows and you can watch the podcast and listen in every single day, hours after hours of material that you can listen in, as well as tuning into the Kingdom Builders Business University behind the scenes and all of our other shows that we are connected to. Listen, if you are trying to connect with us in the social media life, we are everywhere: Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Threads, TikTok. We are everywhere at kb.michellegreen. That's right, kb.michellegreen. That's who we are. And we would love to collaborate with you. If you are a business owner and you're thinking about coming to our business school, this is the right decision. Let me tell you, because we have three certifications that you can obtain. The first certification is an associate certification. With that certification, you can get certified in just a minimum of 1 semester. You know, a semester is 5 to 6 months. That's right. And you will be certified. Certified in what? Certified to be able to go into business without the doubt and the hesitation, trying to figure everything out all by yourself. You will have the knowledge, the understanding, and the confidence to be able to walk into any place and know your business, to know your stuff. As they say, stand on business. That's what we do. We stand on business, okay? Yes, we do. So listen, what you want to do is you want to go ahead and get in at kbbullc.com. That's www.kbbullc.com right now so that you can get signed up for the associate certification. The associate certification allows you to be a student for the semester, and you can re-up if you want to continue your education at KBBU, because you'll be learning things that you never ever learned before. Then guess what? You need to go ahead and get locked in today, because you can start at any time. That's right. And the time is recyclable. So once you finish your first 6 months, you can go in it for another 6 months if you want. And I promise you, you are going to want to be with us because we are giving away the jewels. We're teaching you things over the past 30 plus years that a lot of people have no knowledge of. These are the secrets. These are the things that you're just not going to find in any place and anywhere. If you do find them, you will find that it will cost you hundreds, even thousands of dollars. The information that we provide in our certifications, that's associates, bachelor's, and VIP master certifications, are worth over hundreds of thousands of dollars. Because if you break everything down into incremental sections of what we are teaching you, you would realize that every section is anywhere between 1,000 to like $5,000-6,000 per section. That's right. Our main core courses are business setup. It is business marketing. I'm sorry, business money, credit, and funding is our second course. We also have business and life management. And our last course is business marketing, sales, and media. That's right. So we are talking about making sure that you have all the components for your business, not just to have the foundation, but to have all of the stuff in the middle so that it will continue to operate and flourish, and it will expand and increase all across the world. That's how we teach you at KBBU. And you can ask any of our over 400 plus students that have graduated in the short period of time that KBBU has been established. Okay? All right, that's my spiel. So go ahead and get connected with us because we are so excited for you to be here tonight, and we are ready for you to get your heart into being a true business owner the right way. That's right. That's right. The right way. So make sure that you are locked in to kbbulllc.com at kb.michellegreen everywhere. All right. So what are we talking about tonight, guys? What are we discussing? Tonight, we are going to be talking about this holiday timeline. So we have a holiday timeline, and in this holiday timeline, there is an illusion for business owners to believe that their year-end revenue is something that is actually not. So it's very misleading to the business owners. And what am I referring to? When I say revenue, I'm talking about, as a business owner, how much money have you actually made for the entire year? Then when it comes to the holiday season, is the money that you're actually making a true statement? Is it a true 1099? Is it a true Schedule C? Is this a true number that you're receiving when you begin to calculate your money during the holiday season? Now, this can work one way or another. So I'm going to talk about both ways. So we want to get out of the holiday illusion, okay? First of all, as a business owner, we do need to account for how our businesses are going to run in every season, which is why when you do your taxes at the fall in the following year, you have to have a breakdown of how much money you really made. If you're not doing per month, you're going to break it down per season. And that season is strategically set up that way because we need to know that in every single month throughout the year, and especially in every season, there could be an illusion for our business to actually see what numbers it has versus what numbers it actually is supposed to have. And we could be fooled by the illusion of believing that we're doing good or that we're doing bad, when in actuality, it could be the very opposite. And that's why you have to know your business. Those are things that we teach you at KBBU. All right. So if you are, maybe you have never ever looked at your full numbers. Maybe you have never really even been conscious of the fact that every single season you should have known how your business is going to average out in numbers, in revenue, in how much money is it going to make in the previous 3 months or in the upcoming 3 months. So we are in the fourth quarter, and everybody knows, as a business owner, majority of the companies in the whole entire world have a year-end timeline of December 31st. So that means we start at the beginning of the year, which is January through March. Then that's going to be first quarter. Then we go into the second quarter, which is our April through June, and then we do third quarter, which is July through September, and then we have fourth quarter, which is October through December. Now, if you have a fiscal year, which is a year that does not end on December 31st of whatever year you're in, then that means that you've decided as a business owner, as a organization, that you're going to end your year when you get ready to do your taxes the following year. Maybe you're going to end on a different date. That's what it means when you have a fiscal year. See, I know you're already learning something right there. I know that you're already thinking about, wait a minute, this lady is dropping some jewels. So maybe I do need to go ahead and click that button and go to her website so I can get into this associate's, bachelor's, or master's certification. Oh, and by the way, you can't get to the VIP Masters until you have completed the bachelor certification. So just know one is what you can't do one without the other. You could do the associates or the bachelors coming in as a brand new person, but you cannot do the VIP Masters. That is only and specifically for the graduates of the bachelor certification. And there is good reason why, because you need to be prepared before you go to this ultimate level. And when I say ultimate level, in the VIP Masters, we're teaching communications, we're talking about business money, we're talking about how to actually get the grant, we're filling out applications, we are doing the work. We're teaching you how to operate specifically by giving you daily business devotions. That's right. We give you a daily update on how to stay confident and secured in your business. And in addition to that, we go over business territory. We talk about the actual location or business locale of how you can flourish based on the actual location your business is in. And we talk about the operations of your organization. How do you operate your business really? And who is within your organization operating outside of the alignment of how your business is supposed to go together? And then lastly, in the VIP, we talk about business influence. So I'm trying to tell you, it's a whole different arena or level than the bachelor's class. And if you don't get to the bachelor's class, then at least take the associate certification, which is actually sort of like a fast track version of the entire curriculum at KBBU. But back to what my topic is. We are talking about this holiday illusion. So when we're thinking about whether or not we are really having a correct number in our revenue for the year, no matter if it's a fiscal year ending on like October 31st or July 31st or June or whenever, or if it's just our regular year end, December 31st, we have to understand that when that fourth quarter rolls around for our company, we should look at whether we're in a holiday illusion in believing that we are receiving more money and that our business is doing very well or not based on the season that we are in. So I want you to just stop and think about your company for the entire year. Even if you haven't been in business for a whole year yet, if you're brand new, just starting out, guess what? I want you to still think about this. How well does your business run in each season, and how well will it run in the seasons to come? So you got to break down your four quarters. So your four quarters, first quarter, second quarter, third quarter, fourth quarter. So whatever your quarters are, they're always going to fall within a season. And within that season, listen, you got to know where you should be at. You have to know what is called your projected income. So what is your projected income for your business? So as it relates to where we are right now in the fourth quarter for most companies, we have to understand that we could be really being fooled by the numbers that are coming in. Why am I saying that? Because think about it. During holiday season, a lot of companies are able to flourish because of so many people coming and flooding their organization. We do discounts, we do holiday specials, we do all sorts of things during this fourth quarter. If you're in the regular quarter. All right. And when we look at the kind of money that's coming into our organization in fourth quarter, what we want to look at is this really our true number? Meaning, is it something that we would really be doing, or is it just because of the holiday season? Okay, so let's just stop and think about it. This is not to be based on an emotional decision. It's not to be based on the holiday illusion. This is not to be based on pretty much anything that we can think of. What we got to do is really sit down and analyze, is this our norm? Is this our normal revenue? Is this the normal revenue that if there were no holiday, would I actually be making this kind of money? Okay, so why am I saying the holiday illusion? I'm saying the holiday illusion because when we think about the money that is possibly coming in because of this holiday season, then we want to recognize that if there was no holiday, would we actually still have this kind of money coming in? Would we still have this kind of revenue? Would we still be booming and banging and having all these smiles and cheering and high-fiving each other? Would we really be celebrating? And on the flip side of that, maybe you are a business owner that fourth quarter is horrible for you. Okay. Some of my businesses used to be like that. And I had to sit down and think about, okay, what can I do so that when the fourth quarter does roll around, and for me, my fourth quarter is this holiday season. And even though I normally don't do well, what can I do to increase and balance out my average sales for my revenue? How can I make it even out so that this number is not drastically dropped during the holiday season? See, this is how we got to think as business owners. We always got to think ahead. We always got to be prepared for what is to come. So I want you to really begin to dive into that thought process. Think about what can you do to increase revenues, and what can you do to kind of balance out and see what is a part of the actual holiday season from the money that you're making right now, or what is a part of the money that you're missing from the holiday season, which is an illusion. It's not really your true statement. It's not really your true income. So when we break that down a little bit, we begin to like unpack all of these different ideas around the fact that, hey, I could really be fooling myself. So, what I want you to do as a solution to this problem is I want you to no longer have a false sense of security around your company. I want you to feel the proactiveness that I am providing for you to have in this holiday season. Proactivity, meaning that you have to begin to take the initiative to make this change that you want to see, whether it is an even higher number of revenue during holiday season, or if it is a lower number to kind of balance it out. Now, I know most business owners wouldn't agree to have any lower numbers, but sometimes we can have so many numbers during the holiday season that we don't even have enough staff. We don't have enough people to manage the new money that we have received from selling our products or services. So maybe we get into a bind during holiday season where we need to bring in more people. And all of us know too well, when we were originally working maybe at a fast food restaurant or wherever, there are places that specifically hire interns, that hire people in order for them to fulfill the obligation during holiday season. So as a business owner, I want you to really begin to think about, do you need to hire someone during holiday season because your business booms during the fourth quarter? Do you need to really begin to expand a little bit and step out on faith and to actually jump into maybe the next level, the next tier of expanding and increasing your business just for the season, but not necessarily for the long haul? Because see, after the fourth quarter, then we're starting over in a brand new year. And now in that next season, is it going to do the same thing that the holiday season has been doing for your business? And if your answer is no, then you definitely want to begin to analyze and prepare and take that proactiveness right now so that you can begin to make the changes that you want to see to come for the next quarter. As business owners, we can never ever be dependent on what is going on today because that will always change. And as business owners, we are always going to be in a position where we have to adjust to what is. So we never ever want to just settle for what is happening right now. Never ever. Don't do that. And especially not in a particular season where you may be flourishing as a business owner or where you may be in lack as a business owner. It doesn't matter which direction you are in. You know, what matters is that you prepare for whatever it is. So if you're in lack, you want to prepare. Are there some additional accessories maybe that you can include to your main core product? Is there something that maybe you can create or offer an ebook, maybe write a book and have it prepared by fourth quarter? Is there a podcast show that maybe you can start up prior to the fourth quarter, prior to the season that you know your business is not going to do as well? Is there any other items that you can add to the product or service itself? Maybe there's a master class. Maybe there is a coaching program. Maybe there is something else that you can do so that you can expand and increase to take up for the lack in the season where you are not making as much revenue. Then we look at the one again that is making them a lot of money during a certain quarter. Fourth quarter. Okay. So the holiday illusion has you believing that you are going to be doing these numbers in the next quarter. And it's not that simple. It's not like that because when we're in this fourth quarter, which is holiday season, okay, we are looking at people have a mindset to give. People have a mindset to spend money. This is the marketing that has been established for many, many years now. So, regardless of whether you celebrate Christmas or you celebrate Thanksgiving or not, this is just a conditioned consumer mindset that we are supposed to spend money in this fourth quarter if you are in a December 31st quarter. Okay, so we are looking at the fact that if you are making money right now, I want you to make sure that you analyze what you do need so that you can have the supplies, the equipment, the furniture, or the people that you need to manage the business. And if you don't have that, or if you have that and you decide that in the next quarter you're going to need a whole lot more people than what you had in this quarter, listen, don't make the mistake in believing that it's going to be like that always. What you want to do is begin to lay all your cards out on the table. Look at the products and services that are being sold. Decide on if this is something that you need to do going forward, and decide on if it is something that you need to do and it wasn't just the holiday illusion, then prepare for that. But prepare in a very slow and low pace. When I say slow and low, I am referring to don't overextend yourself, hiring a bunch of people that you cannot afford to keep up for the following year. How do you determine how many people you need to hire? Whether it's a independent contractor, an intern, a volunteer, or an actual employee where you can tell them when to clock in and when not to clock in, then guess what? You need to have their salary set aside at least for 12 months. That means the money should already be in the bank. And at least for 12 months to 24 months or longer, their salary should already be set so that when this next season comes up the following year, you're not scraping and struggling trying to keep them on, and you don't have to lay anybody off. See, when you see layoffs during holiday season, it's usually because the business owner, the company, the organization has not made preparations throughout the other seasons in order to make sure that they are prepared for that fourth quarter or for whatever quarter it is where they don't do as well as they do in other quarters. That's right. So every season, every time we look at the 3 month breakdown, we got to be ready and we got to be able to kind of average out, know our averages first of all. What are your averages in income every 3 months in each quarter of the year? And then next, we want to make the preparations to where we're not off that much. We're not that far off unless it is something brand new that we're bringing to the table that we know is going to be a hit all throughout every single season, every single quarter. We know that quarters and seasons are the same thing, in case you all were wondering. It's the same thing. So we want to make sure we are prepared for every single season, for every single quarter. We don't want to misjudge. We don't want to have a holiday illusion and assume that, oh, I'm doing good. My business is booming. Things are great. I got the orders. I have the invoices that are being fulfilled. I have the money and I'm doing so well. But then come January 1 and through the whole entire month of January, going into February and then going into March, you're trying to figure out what happened. Like I lost everything that I made in December. We don't want to be that kind of business owner. We want to be the business owner that will still average out and balance our books so that we will be able to manage consistently the same average of income. So project your income for the next year. Go ahead and start looking at how well you did in 2025 for this entire year. And let's see if we can average out our income to maintain sort of the same amount of money that we have been making in the last 3 months and the previous 3 months. First, second, third, and fourth quarter should be somewhat similar for us to be able to have around about the same amount of money. So if you have a goal to increase your income, let's see if this is a good idea to sell a certain product or service in every single season and not become, this person that is just living in a fantasy world that believes this just because things are going great right now, that we have no preparation, we have no proactiveness towards making sure our businesses are doing what they're supposed to do in every season. That's what we got to do, y'all. That's where we got to have our focus. So I want you guys to really begin to analyze your entire year's revenue. Look at that revenue. Don't allow the revenue to fool you just because a season was great or a season was lacking or missing, or it seemed like everything was broken and just falling apart. Analyze the things that you did. Did you have an event like we had, the Media and Wealth Summit, that took up maybe some money that pretty much, did not give you the actual average that you should have had normally? So think about the things that you have done for the year and look at what you usually would do. Take an inventory even in the previous year. Go back 2 or 3 years so that you can kind of figure out exactly what is your average. And then also, I don't want you to just look at the averages and think about what you need to do for every quarter. I want you to also begin to dream. We got to get out of just maintaining. We got to get out of this mindset of just running the business, being in operation, and just going through routine. We have to get into a mindset of dreaming again. So when was the last time that you set your business goals above what you thought that you could reach? I want you to get outside of the box of in your mind that you have a limitation. There is no ceiling over your head if you're a business owner. There is no one stopping you from being able to move forward. It's all in your head. Nobody ever told you you had to stop at that many sales. Nobody ever told you that you had to stop at that many people. You can do it. You can stretch yourself to a area, a limit that is beyond limitation. You can do this. And I want you to go ahead and begin to write out that doggone vision. Stop playing around with what it is that you think that you cannot do and start writing it down, putting together a plan, and putting it into action. That's right. You can do it. You can do this. I know you can. So stop believing the hype. Stop being misled by the holiday illusion. Stop looking or assuming at the things that you think that you have going on and realize what you actually have by writing it down, looking at your true numbers, looking at your year's worth of how much money you made back then in each quarter, breaking everything down and making preparations for a future that is going to be totally amazing. When I say totally amazing, I'm talking about the abundance that's coming to you. That's right. Abundance. That's me. Nothing missing, nothing lacking, nothing that you'll be without. You will have all of the resources, all of the equipment, all of the electronics, all of the money. The wealth and riches are yours if you really want it bad enough. So that's all I have for tonight. I hope that you got some nuggets. If you got some nuggets from this message, go ahead and put it below. Make sure again that you are subscribed to what? kb.michellegreen, and that you go to our website www.kbbullc.com so that you can get into the certifications here at KBBU. That's right, KBBU in the house. Woo! We are so excited. Yes, we are. So listen. Connect with us now today. We are super excited that you are here, and we look forward to seeing you again, not just tonight, but every single Wednesday at 9:30. Set them notifications so you never miss an episode of KBBU Behind the Scenes of an Entrepreneur's Life. Amen. All right. See you next time. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.